My girlfriend said, if you want me back, you'll apologize to my father and ask for his blessing. I agreed. I drove to her father's house, carrying something she never expected him to see. It all started over coffee creamer. I bought the wrong brand. Within minutes, Megan was screaming about how thoughtless I was. I can't do this anymore, David, she yelled. We're done. I stood there completely calm because I knew it wasn't real. It was a performance. And I knew because I had already read the script. A year earlier, I picked up our shared iPad to look up a recipe. Megan's iMessage was still open. The first message was from a man named Ryan. There was a photo of the two of them at lunch. A lunch Megan had told me was a work meeting. Then came a message that made my stomach drop. He couldn't wait until she was finally free from me. I scrolled up. There were months and months of messages. This wasn't just an affair. It was a plan. They mocked my job, my friends, and even my personality. They had already planned their future together. The plan was simple. Megan would stay with me while I provided financial security and saved for an engagement ring. She even pushed me toward a specific diamond. Then once I proposed, she would create a huge argument, break up with me, and eventually go public with Ryan. The ring would become their money to start their new life. But instead of confronting her, I documented everything. Whenever she was out, I saved screenshots of their conversations in a secure folder. For an entire year, I watched their plan unfold. I saw her complain that I wasn't saving money fast enough. I saw Ryan coaching her on how to start arguments. I had everything. Then I told Megan I had finally saved enough for the ring. A few days later, the coffee creamer fight happened. I knew exactly what it was. Her pre-planned exit, so I played my part. I apologized. I looked devastated. I begged her not to leave. It fed her ego perfectly. Then, after a day of pretending to be heartbroken, Megan gave me an ultimatum. You need to go to my father's house, apologize for behavior, and formally ask for his blessing to continue our relationship. She smiled. I need to know he believes you're man enough to deserve me. It was manipulative, but it was also perfect because her father, Richard Henderson, was old school. He valued honesty and integrity. He had always respected me because I was straightforward. He had no idea what his daughter had been doing. Megan thought she was sending me on a humiliation mission. She had no idea I was about to show him the truth. I compiled the screenshots into a 150-page PDF and loaded everything onto a new tablet. Thursday evening, I arrived at Richard's house. He welcomed me into his wood-paneled study. Megan is very upset, he said. What's on your mind, son? I'm here to ask for your blessing, I replied, but not the way Megan expects. I handed him the tablet. You deserve to know the truth about who your daughter has become. For the next hour, the only sound in the room was his fingers swiping across the screen. I watched his expression change. Confusion, then shock, then anger. He read everything. Their secret trips, their insults about me, their plans for the engagement ring, their conversations about manufacturing the perfect breakup. Finally, he reached the end. He slowly lowered the tablet. Then he stared at the wall. The coffee creamer, he said quietly. The fight was about coffee creamer? Yes, sir. That was the argument she planned? Yes. Richard closed his eyes. When he opened them again, I could see the disappointment in his face. She is not the woman I thought I raised. He walked toward the window and stared into the darkness. Then he turned back to me. You came here to ask for my blessing. He paused. And you have it. I looked at him confused. He continued. You have my blessing to get as far away from my daughter as possible. You're a good man, David. You deserve better. Then he walked toward the door with a look of grim determination. Come on, he said. Let's go pack her things.